Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a spotlight on Wasteland 2. This is a CRPG or a turn-based tactical RPG made by In Exile Entertainment, just recently released out of early access. It's available on Steam, Good Old Games, and the Humble Store for $39.99 for the base and $59.99 for the deluxe package. So let's hop in here, take a quick look at the options menu. So options are pretty generic, to be honest. There's a lot of options, but nothing really that you wouldn't expect to see. So you've got your edge scrolling, which I turn off because it irritates me. Your text size, your difficulty, which you can set here or when you start the game. You've got your combat speed and your standard text speed. I have the combat speed at 2 times just so that it goes a little bit faster. You've got your display settings. This is a Unity game, so it has your presets, but it also has a lot of custom options. So you can change your scale, your HUD scale, if you want it to be bigger or smaller. If you want vertical sync, you can set a target frame rate, goes up to 120. You've got your saturation, your texture quality. You can go down to an 1/8 if you're having issues with your video card texture memory. So if you've got like a laptop that doesn't have a lot of graphics card memory for textures, you could reduce that. Your shadow quality, anti-aliasing. Anti-aliasing is a weird one in this. It doesn't seem to affect the terrain or buildings at all. So if you get close to a building, you still see the jaggies with anti-aliasing on or off. It seems to only affect characters. Now, I have it off for 2 reasons. Performance, I get a bit of a performance boost with it off. Not much, we're talking maybe 1 to 2 frames. But the primary one is with it on, I found that it made the characters look blurry. It just kind of washed them all out. And you don't get the nice vibrant colors. It doesn't help with the jaggies in any way, shape, or form. It really doesn't. So my recommendation is actually the anti-aliasing off, but that comes down to your personal preference. And motion blur I have off because it has absolutely no reason to exist. Controls are completely rebindable. You can change whatever you want, and you can have 2 of everything. So for this case, you can move the camera around with your WASD keys or your arrow keys, depending on how you feel. And then you've got your audio settings. Your audio, so you've got your global audio right at the top, which is nice to see. You've got your music, your sound effects, your voiceover, your ambient volume, and your UI volume, all in separate sliders. This is really, really nice to see. As you can see, I kind of have it. It's almost... I don't know what kind of weird... I could not do that with my hand. I don't know what the pinky's doing here, but it's being cray-cray. Alright. So that is the settings menu, the options menu. Not a lot to go over with it. So let's hop in here. We're going to continue. Actually, you know what? Let's create a new game right off the bat. Just to show the game creation. I'm not actually going to create the game. So here's your game creation. So you can either make a custom character or you can use one of their presets. And they have a few presets, and there's me. This is my character from the beta. It didn't actually wipe it. It also didn't wipe my beta saves, although it was supposed to. So let's show you the custom character creation area. I was trying to think of a word that started with C, or at least a K sound. So you're given attribute points and you can add them and remove them. This is similar to what many of you would expect from Fallout or any other computer RPG, where you can adjust your different stats. So you've got your attribute points, so your coordination, luck, awareness, strength, speed, intelligence, charisma. You've got your general skills, weapon skills, and knowledge skills, so your whole list of skills. And as you can see, right in the middle is what it does. It tells you everything that you need to know about it. And you can just you can add your different things to it. So, as you can see, I'm adding 4, removing them, got 0. Now, your best bet, if you're new to this type of game, is not to do, you know, this kind of thing. Because it doesn't work. As you can see, I only got a few. Because it costs you 2 per. Let's clear out all of that. So you want to go through and you want to make sure you're picking, you know, things that are good for you. One thing I would highly recommend is you have at least one person with medic and surgeon. They don't have to be the same person, but you ideally want a medic and a surgeon within your party at all times. I cannot stress that enough. Yes, I want to leave the character creation, because I'm not actually going to create the character. We're going to continue my current save. Okay, so here we are. We are currently in the Wastelands. Right here is the Ranger Citadel. We start there. You always start in the Ranger Citadel. And we have done the first kind of introductory quest. The reason why I'm picking this spot and not further on in the game or straight from the beginning is because this is kind of the first part where you can see everything. You can see the choices that you have to make. Because right now, we can go to here or to here. And you cannot go here and here. Both of these places have sent out a distress call, and you have to choose which one to go to. So that's kind of a common theme in this, is you basically get to choose who lives and who dies. And all of these choices affect the entire game. Some to a minor extent, some to a much more critical extent. But it's tremendously involved, it's tremendously in-depth. And as you can see here, my guys are not doing too well. And I am going to ignore that, because I don't really care. We'll get to them in a bit. So let's try to head over to the AG Center here. So there are random encounters, which it looks like we're not going to get into. And there we go. I love how this pops up. They just kind of pop out of the ground, and it burns the name into the sand. That is really, really awesome. So let's hop into the AG Center. It asks you if you want to go in. This is the only point where you can choose to change. At this point, if I click confirm, I cannot go to High Pool, which is the other place over there. I am stuck doing this mission. If I go over there, things are going to be bad, and I'm going to be stuck with this anyway. So let's head in. All right, so here we are in the AG Center.
Roger,
as you can
Echo
see,
One.
it's
Listen,
pretty
deal with
green,
the emergency
pretty
situation
lush,
first
and
before
Pills
proceeding
here,
to satellite
Pills,
dish. Repeat,
is
talk
talking
Kathy
to,
Lawson and take care of her emergency.
well, the commander. I
Then,
can't remember his
go to
actual
the
name.
satellite dish and hook
It
up the
doesn't really
repeater.
matter.
Protecting.
So
Roger,
copy
Echo
that,
One.
go away. So this is the main playing board, I guess, what you would call it. There's apparently some trebuchets here. I don't know exactly why, but currently, as you can see, we have 5 members of our team. 4 of these are the ones that you create, and we've got Angela Death, who is just a member of the Rangers that you pick up. You guys are all new. You guys are all new and shiny. That's why you're pretty low on health. And Angela has, what? A lot more. I'm not going to say how much more, because I'm not doing the math on that. But a lot more. Seeing as how she's at half health, and, you know, she's still got more than double of any of your character's max health, she's pretty tough. So this is a good spot to show you why you want to have a medic. So you can have these pain relievers. These pain relievers, any character can have, any character can use. They only heal 12 points. I think it's 12 to 13 actually, but it's 12 points. There's like always a range. There's always some sort of dice roll, which would be good for, say, Hex here, that would bring her up to 24, which is great. You know, pop a pain pill, and you see the progress going up, and there we go. Now mostly full. But someone like Angela, who is significantly stronger, has a lot more health, this is not going to do anything. So you would use the field medic. You click on the field medic. You can either click on Angela here, or you can click on Angela here. It doesn't really matter. It then asks you, what item do you want to use? And in this particular case, I'm going to use the pocket med kit because that's the best I've got. And you can see it heals 21 to 32, which is a significant improvement. And I believe that improves with the medic skill level as well. So there we go. We got 26, which is pretty good. So now Angela's got 103. And let's get pills to have some painkillers. And you can have some painkillers too. Cold eye. And there we go. So now we're pretty much full health. One thing you'll also see is that we're all moving in unison. And it doesn't matter who I pick. I can pick from here, and we're all moving in unison. And that's because of this grouped party, or party grouped control. This was not in the beta, or at least it didn't work this way in the beta. So if you click on single, you're moving a single character. And you just continue moving them. This is good for tactical. You know, you can get them in a tactically advantageous location. Or you can grab them all and move them as if they're in grouped. Which is great up until you select one of them there. And then they break. So doing it in the party grouped mode removes that ability. Or that issue. You can also zoom in and out, and you can rotate the camera, move the camera around. There's the fog of war for areas that you have not been to. Let's head up here. And then you've got this thing. This gross, disgusting thing that's now just blowed up. That is what you have to deal with in this place. That's a delight. And then you've got this here. So you right click, you can use your perception, and it will tell you, it does all the logging here, and you can even scroll back if you missed something. So you've got all the conversation, everything that I've seen here. You know, this is everything that's happened. Everything that's happened in this area. So there's even what the creature said. So water, it looks clean. Could top off your canteen here, which is a great thing to do. Keeping that canteen full is a wonderful thing, because the canteen's only used when you're wandering the wastes, but, well, you don't want to run out of water, or you die. Kill it with fire. So let's go and take that guy out. So as you saw, I clicked and they pretty much all fired. Only one of them I think actually counts, although it is pretty low. So either way, here we are in combat, and first thing you might notice is this guy here, Cold Eye, has a light green or turquoise or whatever color you want to call this surrounding him, but there's also this yellow line. What this is something that I really, really like. It's a visual way of seeing where your AP is going, or your action points. So in this case, if I move to any one of these, so I can spend 1 AP to move and still be able to fire. So in this case, you can see that it's costing 7 AP to attack, and I have 8. So I'm actually going to move here, and hopefully that'll give me a better vantage point. And I have a feeling it's not. This is probably not going to go over very well. Now, if I wanted to move without firing and just wanted to get him into a good position, I can move anywhere within this yellow field. It's not going to restrict me. So let's see what we can do. Let's move down here so we can see it all. And nice. Awesome. He shot him. I was honestly not expecting that. So then here we go. We've got Angela. Angela has a much wider area of movement because her weapon only takes 4 and she has 10. So if I only move by a few, well, 2, I can fire twice, which is a really, really good thing. So Angela's way back there. So that's going to cost 3, but that's going to put me in cover. And that's a nice feature there, where it's got plus 50 evasion, plus 10 to hit. That's really nice. But I need to keep it at 2. So let's move you. And can we hit? We can't hit anyone. Well, that kind of sucks. I can move her closer. Actually, yeah, let's move her all the way over here. So one thing also to note is it doesn't lock your camera. Like when I move, why does it look like you're holding your gun up? It's just perspective. Okay. When I move, when Angela moved, the camera followed her, but I actually started moving it the opposite way, and it allowed me to do that. It actually allows the camera to be controlled primarily by the user. So I'm allowed to control the camera without it, fighting me. All right, so you're useless. Just end your turn. You've got a pistol. So you're fairly useless as well. So we'll move you over here. And can we... Yeah, out of range. Need these guys to move closer. There we go. There we go. And then we've got this idiot. Oh, I don't know why I made this guy. Or it didn't make this guy. I picked this guy. Freaking knife. Who uses a knife? And he's only got a 54% chance of hitting any of these guys. Like, so ridiculous. Ta-da! He missed. Missed like a chump. There are a lot of tactical options within this as well. So, for example, I have Crouch, which Crouch gives me a boost to evasion and a boost to hit. So that's actually a really nice thing. So it almost puts you in like a quarter cover right from the get-go. Let's move you up a tiny little bit. 62, 62. Yeah, let's do this guy. There we go. Nice little 16 here. 41 or 76. Or 76. Let's take out you. Oh, you jerk. So, weapon jammed. Have to unjam it, which takes another round. Weapon jams suck. Alright. What else do we got? Out of range, out of range. Everybody's out of range. Alright, let's see if we can get something to happen here. Nope. Not what I wanted. I'll explain what I want as soon as it happens. It's pretty much all I got here. 73? Take it. And take it. Alright, that guy's dead. Oh, did you just... No, that wasn't level up. Oh, good. Got 2 of them that aren't under leadership. Leadership allows you to actually do things. Oh, I can shoot again. Excellent. There we go. And we'll just end your turn. So leadership allows you to have better control over your characters. If your characters aren't under leadership, or actually it doesn't matter with the leadership. The leadership, if you hover over top, it tells you what it does. Being granted combat bonus by a nearby ranger, plus one chance to hit. Every time I see the leadership, I always think back to them losing control and think that, because that's based on your leadership ability, not your actual leadership skill, or not the actual leadership stat, or boon. We'll call this a boon. The leadership skill that you have allows you to maintain control over your party members, and they can go rogue if you allow them. So let's, despite the fact that this guy's got a lower chance to hit, we're gonna take this guy, because I'm trying to force something to happen. There we go. So as you saw, dude hit Slick. So Cold Eye, aiming for Superfly, hit Slick. So Slick, because, well, basically, the way I figured it is every tile that the bullet passes through has a certain chance to hit whatever's on it. So in this case, the 2 tiles that it passed through to get to the Superfly that actually that had anything on it were Slick and the Superfly. Slick got in the way. The bullet got here, it calculated, it was like, okay, it's a hit, so took a hit, and then it calculated the damage. Same thing it would have done with Superfly. So Superfly, if it missed Slick and hit Superfly, Superfly would have gotten the damage. If it had missed Slick and missed Superfly, and there was, say, one of these grubs sitting back behind him, it would have also calculated for that guy up until the range of the weapon, which is a really, really nice ability thing. It's a nice thing. How about that? It's a nice thing. Let's get you right the hell out of dodge. And you can take that. And again. And you're out of AP. So, you're done. What do we got here? You are out of range. Move you here, and you're in range. And you missed. So, see over here how if the bullet landed. The bullet could have technically... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. It's what I told it to do, but not what I wanted to do. So when the bullet hit here, if there was somebody here, theoretically it could have hit them. You're useless. I don't like you. Take him out. So you got to be very, very careful about your positioning. Oh, that was stupid. Totally should have moved. And one more hit. Oh, you turd burglar. And miss. And miss. And you suck. Oh. Alright, let's reload. And we've got no chance to do anything. Alright, whatever. And also, everybody can have 2 weapons. So, there we go. We've finished. Might as well finish explaining this. You saw the XP pop up over their head. Tells you the total XP that they each got. And also, on the side there, it told you what you got. You know, per item. Or per enemy. Per enemy. Per enemy makes more sense. Then you can also see that some of them are glowing. Some of them have these, like, mist above them. That is that they have loot. Simple as that. This guy doesn't have any loot. And what you can do is you just send your guy to pick it up. And you can see on the right-hand side, you've got all the different enemies. And then you've got all your allies. So you can choose who gets what. You can take all, which is what I'm going to do. But you've also got distribute all. Attempt to give items to characters best able to use them, which is a very nice feature indeed. So if you've got med packs, theoretically, they should all go to pills if you do distribute all. Theoretically, because I haven't actually tested that. So here we are in the AG Center, and this is, well,
Hello?
a bunch of
By
plants.
the doors. Can you hear me?
A lot of the game is actually voice acted, so you can,
Hello? Are you there?
well, they speak. You all know what voice acting is. Now, there are some points,
Get the
like,
fuck over here, assholes. We need help.
oh, quit getting bitchy. There are some points, like with Angela here. Oh no, I didn't even know she was poisoned. Duh. So, Angela, when you first talk to her, when you first try to get her, her first conversation with you is all voice acted. But everything else within the conversation tree is not voice acted. That bugged me a little bit. It kind of throws you off a little, because you kind of expect the whole conversation to be voice acted, not just the beginning and end. Now, I'm not sure if that was just like a minor bug, or if that was, the way they've designed it. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't gone back to replay it, and I think there's been another patch since. So let's take a look. You can see these staggering. These peppers are growing so fast you can hear their skin stretching. So as you can tell, AG Center is an agricultural center, and they deal primarily with growth of food for the Wasteland. And it's got some interesting creatures.
What the hell was that? Did you idiots just blow yourselves up right in front of the door?
No, we blew up another thing, you twit. You can, kind of shut up now.
You pricks better be the damn rangers. We've been calling for help for hours. The plants have gone crazy.
Kathy Lawson here is a horrible person. She's a sweetheart, but she's gruff, which makes her a horrible person.
Yes, we need help. What have I been saying?
You've been saying a lot of things. Mostly calling us assholes, so I'm not going to help you. You suck. You're on your own. Die in a fire. Anyway, let's do the inventory screen here for a quick minute. So here we are. We are on the inventory screen. I'm actually going to pick Cold Eyes for a couple reasons. Partially because his portrait here kind of looks like Nicolas Cage. It's going to be hard to see. You probably have to look really close. But his portrait also doesn't look a lot like his character model. So what do we have here? So you've got your armor. So he's got cargo pants, tactical jacket, no helmet, and no packs. Got no trinket, and then your armor, which is your like an actual piece of armor. You've got your radiation protection, which would be kind of like a rad suit type deal. And you've got your squad canteen. So this is a 60 by 60. Or 60. It holds 60 units of water. Everybody has one. It's no different, but they do share it. So each one kind of grows. And there's only one on the main screen, which is quite nice. So theoretically, if Pills ran out of water, Pills could use some of Cold Eyes. Theoretically. But it all just works out into one. So anyway, your inventory here, it's a grid base, and you can move things around. You can move things around. I apparently can't. And let's see, do I have any weapons in here? There we go. This is a good inventory to have. So you can see that they take up different amounts of space. So it is very tile-based inventory. It allows you to organize things a little bit better. In my opinion, I actually really like this type of inventory. It's not just weight-based, although there is a weight limit. It's not just a list of items. Each character has the ability for 2 weapons. You can have your primary and secondary. Right now, everyone except for... yeah, Slick. Stupid Slick. He's got the 2 weapons because I added this revolver. Because Knife? Really? Knife? Come on. Who uses a knife? And then, to move items between people, you can just grab, drag, and drop. And then it'll say, Slick has given a larva excrement to the cold eye. That's it. That's all there is to it. There's also an auto sort. So you just click on that and that'll auto sort it. So let's move that there and boop, auto sort. Hooray! You've got your different tabs for your different items. One thing to note is in the beta, there was a weapon slot and beneath it, there was a ammo slot. They have removed that, which I think is a great thing. Now it's just the ammo that's in your inventory is used for reloading. You don't need to have a separate ammo pouch for your ammo. That can only hold so much ammo. Like, I had ammo in my bag that I couldn't put in my ammo slot. It was really, really awkward. Really kind of cumbersome. And then let's go to Mr. Cold Eye here. And we'll look at the level up system. So when you level up, you will gain attribute points occasionally and skill points pretty much every time. So your skill points are used obviously to increase your skill. And it's pretty simple to do. As you can see here, you can see a little number. You might not be able to make it out, but you can see a little number there, which is a 2. That's going to cost me 2 skill points to bring this up by 1 point. It also says it, in the pop-up, but we're ignoring that. Same thing with this and this. These are all 2. Once you get to a certain area, they start going up to 3 and 4, and they just increase. They scale up. So if we go there, that's it. We are done. We cannot spend any more skill points. We've got 1, but we have to wait and carry that over. And that's an immediate upgrade. You commit it, and you're done. You're committed. Same thing with the attribute points. You would increase your attribute, and that's it. You'd be done. And then you've got your dossier, which ultimately is fairly useless. My age is 0. I don't know when that increments. I really don't. Age being 0 seems really strange. My kills, apparently this guy's only done 1 kill and 48 damage. I'm pretty sure I've done more kills with him. And I've done fewer with this guy. Did I actually get a kill with this guy? Has he ever hit? I don't know. They're nice stats to have. I generally don't care. I don't follow the stats. And then you see their experience. So this guy's got 465, and it'll take 700 to get to the next level. Now, once you reach that 700, or whatever it is for your specific character, like Angela's a lot, this bar down here, let's get out of this bar down here, this white one, will fill right up and will flash. You don't immediately gain a level. What you have to do is you have to call into base. So you just hit that call, you report in, and there you go. You would, if you had a level, you would level up. And if you weren't in a wall, you would not have zoomed into a wall. But whatever. Conversation-wise, let's actually go in and talk to... Yeah, right, I gotta use this. This is your travel points. So anytime you see something like that, you're going into a different room. If you see the globe, you're going out to the Wasteland. So yes, we're going to gather our party and head in. Alright, so here we are inside of the AG Center. So the conversation window here is very simple. You've got,
Ms.
whoever
Lawson,
you're talking
meet
to
the
on
new
the right-hand
recruits.
side, their portrait.
Recruits, forget the friendly
You've got what they're saying
introductions,
here, and honestly, shut up. And what you can do is, well, on this side, I should say, you've got the portrait of who you're talking to and your different tabs. Different tabs for your different characters. Now, you can see down below the portrait, Slick's got a smartass skill of 1, a hardass of 0, and a kissass of 2. This guy's got nothing, 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 and kiss ass of 3 for Angela. These are your speech skills. You can also see them when you hover over top of their portrait. Depending on your speech skill gives you different options, but you can switch. You know, somebody else can pipe in. This is actually a good place that you can see that he kind of looks like Nicolas Cage with dreadlocks. Anyway. So there's no option here. It'll show up and it'll be a slightly different color that will tell you you can use your kiss-ass skill or your smart-ass skill or hard-ass skill. So in this particular case, you know, it's just nothing too spectacular.
About time. The computer is, if you can...
And as you can see, some of this is voice-acted, some of it is not, which is a little bit strange. Like, for me, I would have expected all the conversation within this conversation tree to be voice acted. So I'm just literally clicking. I don't particularly care too much about what she has to say at this point.
If I could get, I suppose
And
if we
there
don't
we go.
find a
More
cure,
voice
the
acting.
infection will...
It's just the key points. And it'd be nice if those key points, if they were going to do it this way, it'd be nice if they were all highlighted. You know, had some sort of different one. You probably saw one that had a different one and I completely ignored it. And then it disappeared. It's really weird that they don't have it all voice acted, or that it's not all, or it's not marked. You know, this is the progression that you need to take that's all voice acted. That's essentially what it is. It's a progression of voice acting. But there's also the scroll back, so if you missed something or didn't understand something, or something down here confused you because you know, didn't kind of equate it with up here, you can go back and forth, just kind of scroll through. It's really quite nice. And you just hit goodbye and
go
away. And there we go. She's gonna open up all the doors for us, so we could go through the AG Center and solve all of their problems. Or theoretically, we could just go and drop our repeater unit on their satellite dish and be done with it and let them rot in hell. I don't actually know if that's an option. I never did the AG Center. I did High Pool. But anyway, that is something that you could do. So you can explore. There's a lot of areas you can go. Open it up. Get my ass blown up. Oh, it's locked. So I don't think I have anybody with a lockpick skill. I do not. So I am locked out of that. Another thing to note, I'm not going to go over there. I don't want to deal with her. Another thing to note is that every once in a while you will come across a toaster. And apparently that's a throwback to the original Wasteland. The original Wasteland had a skill called Toaster Repair. And if we go into our skills, and probably right at the bottom, Toaster Repair. A very specialized and underappreciated skill in the world without toast. But sometimes surprisingly useful. Toasters are a strange item that you run across them every now and then, and when you repair them, you can get a magical item. I'm calling it magical because it could be anything. You know, it could be some piece of junk, or it could be something tremendously good. I'm not sure if it's random. I haven't run across enough toasters, or haven't seeked out the same toaster multiple times to know if it's random, or if it's a set item in each toaster. That might be something interesting to look at, but I do know that I've come across some pretty weird things in my last playthrough of the toaster. And I am just noticing that computer looks an awful lot like a Robco computer terminal. If you're not familiar with the Robco computer terminals, those are the computer terminals in the Fallout series. Which, of course, Wasteland is considered to be the father of Fallout. And the creator of Wasteland 1 is the creator of Fallout, is the creator of Wasteland 2. So, yeah, it stands to reason that there would be some crossover, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. I'm not going to go any farther in this mission. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, or add me to your Google Plus circles. I also have a Patreon campaign going on. Feel free to support me on there if you so desire.